Another thing I'm going to talk about is the lumpetproletariat, where they are technically the workers, but they are never going to see the light of day. They are never going to understand their own plight or the implications of the capitalist system. So basically, yeah, they're technically victims, but they want to be victims. They suffer a case of Stockholm Syndrome, and it is more trouble than it's worth to try to teach them otherwise. Fuck them. I don't normally invoke the term because, sometimes people have used it against me, and essentially I look at it like a communist version of the "Yo mama is so fat" joke. That's basically how it is. When one leftist tells another leftist, "Oh, you're reactionary. Oh, you're a social fascist. Oh, you're a red fascist. Blah, blah." Go back to fucking Rev Left. I don't want to hear this shit. The thing about it is, though, that this really exemplified that, because what I did was I made a topic on 4chan discussing how does a simple tax magically ruin the economy, and at that, if it gives back to the poorer class in order to even out the classes, which isn't communism, by the way. It's barely even socialism. It's simply fair economics. It's simply liberalism. I don't think people even take the time to know the difference. But anyway, I listed as an example that you take the top 25% of income earners and they pay $40 a month. Now for them, they're not going to miss those $40. They could probably lose $40 and not even notice. So $40 a month for them is piddly money. And instead, you give $500 rebates to the bottom 10% of income earners, which probably means the unemployed. So and then people misconstrued the idea, saying that how are you going to get $500 monthly to 10% of the poorest class when only 25% of the richest class, which is maybe like 100 people, are paying into it, blah, blah, blah. You're looking too deep into it. That's not even what I meant. I didn't say a $500 check every month. I said a $500 rebate. But whatever, that's not the point. The point is the math does make sense if you bother to word it. The point is that the rich are not going to miss their money, but every little bit counts the poorer you get. And somebody realized this. Somebody actually said in my topic that, if I had $500 every so often, I wouldn't have lost my job. Because he was so poor, he, became homeless, and because he was homeless, he lost his job. So if he was able to just get a little extra money to provide for himself, he would have never lost his job. He would have been able to sustain his household income, and he could still be functioning today as a productive citizen. I don't know how he got out of that mess, because obviously he's on 4chan, and I don't hear about many homeless people posting on 4chan, but I'm sure that actually happened to the guy. But you know what? I don't feel sorry for him. In fact, I wish he was still homeless. Why? Because as he explains his own personal story of class struggle, and explains how, yes, this makes perfect sense. Why aren't we doing this? Then, something possesses him to notice that my name is Jim Profit. Then he goes off on a wild tangent. Oh, fuck! It's Jim Profit! I thought Moot banned your ass. Well, I thought that, you would be smart enough to understand right from right and wrong from wrong. Clearly you don't. If you love moderators so much and hate Jim Profit so much, then go rely on your fucking moderator overlords to pay for your homeless ass. Cause Jim Profit wouldn't pay for your homeless ass. Jim Profit would throw your fucking ass in the gulags. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the fact that there were gulags. I'm proud of the fact that there was the KGB. I'm proud of the fact that there was the Stasi, as what's his name, Mark Anthony likes to put it. These all existed for a reason. Because there are evil people in the world. And even the best laid out plans, even the most rational argument, will not mean jack shit until you are prepared to deal with these evil people. So, it just comes down to that. This does not mean that the Soviet Union was wrong. This does not mean that North Korea was wrong, that China, prior to becoming a capitalist nation, was wrong. You may have not agreed with all of their policies. I certainly don't. I don't agree with Stalinism. I don't agree to some extent with Maoism, a lot less than Stalinism, but I digress. I believe those teeter too close to nationalism. However, they were correct in the implications of it. They were correct in the way they went about it to achieve better results for society, because they knew the difference between good and evil. A is A. And that's something that the lumpetproletariat just does not understand. He does not understand, because while he realizes this is his situation in life, he's more like, oh, the gym profits are fucking true, and they have the right to ban it from their property. Well, it's because of people owning property that you weren't able to provide for yourself and ended up homeless. It was because of somebody's property that they fired you from your job and made it much more difficult to survive. It was because of property that you had to struggle every single step of the way, and to this day are still struggling, and could very well end up back in that situation of being jobless and homeless. So, what we have here is you understand the problem, you know how venomous it can be, and yet you're still defending that institution just because of gym profit. You're fucking stupid. You're fucking evil. And I would have stuck your ass in the gulag long, long ago. And I guarantee you I would have been a much crueler person than Stalin or Lenin or Mao or any of that. All that, all those lies you constructed in the black book of communism and shit, I would have done those things. And I would have enjoyed them. I would have fucking jacked off about it. Because I am a mean guy. But I know right from wrong. I know good from evil. A is fucking A. So, that's all I have to say for now.